Hello everyone. I welcome you all in today's platform. So this is Dr. Akshay Juneja. If you are an MBBS first year student who is watching this session in order to gain knowledge about NExT and also to know about the new Prepladder NExT Ready faculty, we have with us Dream Team NExT edition, and I welcome you on today's platform where we will dissect everything that is regarded NExT and all that you need to know regarding first year MBBS. So we have with us legendary Dr. Rajesh Kaushal sir. I think I need not to give any introduction of his. You all must be knowing. Sir has been teaching medical students across the globe from around 20 years. And with his experience and with his expertise, he have developed some certain methodologies that right from the conventional anatomy to the advanced recent updated version, which is NExT Ready, you will get everything on the plate. I welcome you, sir, on this platform. And I really thank you for your time to share your knowledge with the students.
Thanks a lot, Dr. Akshat. Welcome, Dr. Priya. And it is always a pleasure to be a part of the team, Prepladder team. And there are eminent faculties with us all the time in evolution. As we understand, now they have come up with the next pattern of exam. That is the next pattern of exam. And eventually nothing changes as such, I believe, because the time when I started teaching or the time when I started learning myself, there used to be USMLE pattern type of questions for us. And it is all clinical related, anatomy or biochemistry or any pre or paraclinical, everything is clinical related. And we continually teach that. So as such, nothing has changed. But of course, like we have to evolve and adjust to the pattern. And I believe we have eminent faculty with us, like Dr. Priya is sitting with us, Dr. Soumen Manna is there. So we'll take good care of you. You don't need to worry at all. Dr. Akshat.
Thank you so much, sir. And as sir have a slogan, human anatomy made simple. So that can, entirely sum up what all his efforts will be. Now, next in the line, biochemistry. So students, when I say biochemistry, there must be a frown on your forehead, right? So, but we have a solution for that. And we have with us Dr. Shanmugapriya ma'am. Ma'am is by far the most experienced biochemistry faculty there. She has an experience of around 16 plus years, and she's also done her MBBS from Madurai Medical College and MD Biochemistry from Madras Medical College. But is that all about her? No, she is also currently professor and HOD Biochemistry, and also she has co-authored a book which is a guide for preparation of all India NEET exam. So I welcome ma'am on this platform, and we are really humbled for your joining here, and we wish that students will definitely learn a lot from you.
Thank you, Dr. Akshat. So it's my pleasure to be sharing the screen with Dr. Rajesh Kaushal sir, and I'm excited to be a part of Prepladder Dream Team NExT edition. And as Rajesh Kaushal sir was mentioning, all the three of us, myself, Rajesh sir, and Soumen sir, will strive hard to get you ready for the next exam, because next exam is all about being able to comprehend all the information that you have learned to make a clinical decision. So all our sessions will be oriented towards that. And with that assurance, I am handing it over back to Dr. Akshat.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much. Students are really excited about it. Now, the next in line for the physiology, we have with us Dr. Soumen Manna sir. Dr. Soumen Manna sir is literally the flash of physiology. The way he has the superpower to explain all the tough concepts of physiology in such a crisp manner is something which is very phenomenal. Sir has also been teaching medical students across the globe from around 16 years, and he is also referred to as the words from the god of physiology. So although today he could not be present in this meeting, but he have shared a very special video message for you all, which I would like you all to listen.
Hello student, I'm Dr. Soumen Manna, your physiology faculty. I'm so much excited and I'm proud to be part of this Prepladder Dream Team NExT edition. And our Prepladder team is already prepared for that. You just believe me that everything is ready for you. You have to have trust on me, and I can assure you that you will achieve your dream. So with this intro, I'm finishing today, but I'm 100% sure that we are going to meet soon. Thank you so much.
So I think that was a very special message from sir, and you all must have got this. So now let's, ask our dream team next edition some of the questions that, you would like to, know yourself about. So ma'am, we would like to ask you a question that what inspired you to, join Prepladder, and how do you feel to be a part of this dream team now?
Yeah. So as I started my talk, I'm excited. I'm more than excited, elated, exhilarated. You can have all adjectives for me to be a part of Prepladder Dream Team Next Edition. And the reason behind why I chose to be a part of Prepladder Dream Team, I would say there are three reasons. Reason number one is Prepladder platform as such is a student-oriented platform. In the sense, this is a platform that has been designed to meet every requirement of a medical student. For example, if you take recorded videos, we have a separate set of videos for NEET aspirants and a separate set of videos for FMG aspirants. Not just that, there are also comprehensive video series as well as a rapid revision video series. So students have all the choices that they can make, depending upon the stage of preparation they are in. For example, if they are in the initial phase of preparation, they can have a hold on the subject by watching the entire comprehensive series. And if they're in the last lap of preparation, they can watch the rapid revision video series. And it's not just about recorded videos. I would say it's a complete package, because Prepladder offers notes, which is meticulously written exactly based on the video lecture. And then the treasures. Yeah, I myself have got benefited by using all those treasures, be it the question bank, Q bank, or image bank. So it's a complete package. So I naturally chose Prepladder. That's one reason. And reason number two is the reach. We know Prepladder has got the pan-India presence. So being a part of Prepladder Dream Team means I will be able to spread my passion for biochemistry to the entire country. So that's reason number two. And reason number three is it's a rapidly evolving platform. So even before we came across the draft for next exam, Prepladder was well prepared. Prepladder is well prepared. Every domain of Prepladder is ready to help you all to meet the next exam. So these are the three reasons for why I chose Prepladder.
Like, that's really amazing, ma'am. The balance that you talked about, ki right from a first year MBBS student to someone who is an intern or post intern can anytime pick up the platform and get the related content, say for biochemistry or for any subject, at their tips. So that's really a very great point, that balance is the key. So now, sir, I would like to ask you a question, that since you are already a part of the dream team and now the dream team is getting ready to the next edition. So how do you feel, you are the oldest one and also you are guiding everyone to, be in the new pattern as well. So how do you feel about that?
Yeah, Dr. Akshat, as Dr. Priya already has mentioned, that it is all about getting adjusted to the changing times. And we are trained like that in our MBBS, especially in our country. We work very hard. Our teachers work very hard. And that is how we pass our exams. That is how we excel in our exams. And it is all about evolution. Means if you say anatomy is changing, that is not a fact, because anatomy doesn't change in years. But the knowledge about the subject always keep changing. It's like in Gray's Anatomy itself, I started with 36th edition of Gray's Anatomy, and it is 42nd edition. I'm sure ma'am also must be having some standard textbooks. Things have changed. Now, the human as such has not changed. The information changes and we keep updated ourselves. We keep evolving. The exam pattern keeps evolving. So that is what is next. Next is all about applying your basic concept, basic knowledge, conceptually and clinically. And it is nothing new as such. So I believe that next is, we are next ready. We have been next ready. We have been teaching in the same pattern, may it be the NEET. For me, it doesn't change at all. And I think that should be the way students should also take it like that. And if anything else they need to do is just focus more upon the clinical aspect of the subject. Like if they are reading VD Chaurasiya, if they are reading Vishram Singh, if they are reading Keith Elmore, there are some blue boxes, red boxes, clinical, applied aspect. I always teach that, and they should focus upon that as well.
Right. So definitely, sir, like you rightly said, that information does not change. Only thing that changes is the presentation of information and how the information has been asked. So definitely with the new exam pattern, we are very assured that the way we impart the knowledge would not change a bit. So ma'am, we would like to know more about the NExT pattern, since students watching this currently are, say, of MBBS 2022, 2021, who are a little bit anxious about NExT. They are not sure that will it be easier for them or will be tougher for them. So what are your thoughts on this particular thing?
Yeah, so even before I would start expressing my view on whether NExT is going to be easier or tough, what I would like to reiterate to every student here is change is inevitable. As Rajesh sir was saying, change is inevitable. And so it is all about how you perceive or how you adapt to that change. So change has always been a part of medical education from the very beginning. So even when we were doing our undergraduation, we had faced so many changes, be it a shift. The change can be something which is as minimal as being a shift from a semester exam to non-semester exam, or it can be from an all India entrance exam to NEET PG exams. Change has always been a part of medical education. But what would determine whether a person is going to thrive or not is dependent on person adapts to all these changes. So minded, I'm not saying survive. It is about thriving. It's about thriving in every field that you live. So I like this saying, NExT is not, NExT is just a bend in the path. It's not the end in your path. It becomes an end only when you resist this change, only when you don't adapt yourself to this change. So what I would like to say to every medical student here is, start being on the top of every subject from the very beginning of your medical course, be it anatomy or physiology or biochemistry. Approach every subject conceptually, approach every subject clinically, because NExT is all about developing higher order thinking skill. It's all about comprehending every information that is provided to you to make a clinical decision. So that ability does not come like a miracle once you get into your final year. That has to be developed from the very beginning. So to answer your question, is it going to be easy or difficult? What I would say is it's going to be different. But whether it's going to be easy or difficult depends upon how you prepare yourself for this exam. So I might sound like a broken record. It's all about being able to apply the information that you gain. So it's going to be easier. The number of steps or the number of papers or the question pattern is not going to decide your success. Your success depends upon how much effort you put in to face that exam.
Right. Right, definitely, ma'am. Like as ma'am said, that in everything you need to first know is concept, and the concept can only be built if you have a strong foundation, and foundation can only be built if you have a strong first year. You can't just simply go in final year and say now I need to be NExT ready. So that's not possible. Thank you, ma'am, for sharing this. So now, sir, I saw that you are, a bit smile on the NExT pattern and all. So I would like to ask you a question, that if NExT would have been introduced at your time, what the challenges you would have faced, and as a student, how you would have thought of that exam pattern?
As Dr. Priya already have mentioned, and you are mentioning, and I think we are all, aware that life is all about change. In fact, there used to be one term, BTR, break the routine. Yes. So BTR is very essential. And, as ma'am has mentioned, it is not to survive, it is to strive. Basically, we actually take things in our stride. So maybe for me also, and as has been repeatedly mentioned, things keep changing for us also. During our times, there were changes and we were adapting. So I think there's a theory by Darwin. Let me just finish it like that. Survival of the fittest. It is a cutthroat competition. In year 93 also, when I was preparing for my MBBS, in year 2000, when I was preparing for my PG, I knew there are 1 lakh students sitting and I have to come within the first 5,000 students. And by grace of God, we were in the first thousands. So it's adaptability. It is Darwin's theory. Darwin, when gave this theory, would have never thought that it will apply on humans. I think he was talking about animals. but eventually what we are also sophisticated animals. So maybe NExT would have come in my time, but I would have struggled and adapted to that.
Right. That's really great, sir. I think the students would get a lot inspired from that. But at that time, Prepladder was not there, right, in 1993 or 2003 to today. We are talking in 2023 recently. So now, how do you think that Prepladder will be a key factor in, changing the whole entire spectrum of NExT preparation, and how it will make it different from other platforms?
Yeah, I understand that Prepladder has been, it got started with the vision, and that vision is Dr. Dipanshu. He came with the vision and he explained this vision to all the faculties, including myself. And I believed in him. I believed in his vision. He wanted to democratize the teaching, bring the best possible faculty in our nation to the maximum number of students in the easiest format available, with all the updation which is possible, and continuously adapting. So I believe that vision, I believe in that. It's all about evolution. It's all about change. It's all about adapting. And the vision is very important. Any visionary who thinks in terms of next 10 years, I always think in terms of next 10 years. What will happen? What I do right now, what will be the impact of that in my life, in other people's life after 10 years? Maybe now I have reduced it because I'm getting older. So now it is next 5 years. And moreover, because the pattern, if you have watched, things have come like Chat GPT and GPT-4, GPT-3, artificial intelligence. We will be obsolete in fraction of seconds, So we are humans. We must adapt, and we have a great scale of adaptability. Only thing is, we don't push ourselves. We should push ourselves mentally, physically, and intellectually. And Prepladder is bringing all the faculty, great minds together in service of you, the students, And we are just guides. See, we are not the people who will give exam for you. It is you who will give the exam. We are just guiding you. We just have a bird's eye view. We already have been through this, whatever you can say, it's a struggle, it's a hurdle. And we have been through that, and we know how to tackle the problems, and we just guide you. And I believe that students who are little bit honest and sincere with their life would definitely find it easier. As ma'am has mentioned, it is not going to be easier, but you can make it a bit easier. And it will always remain a struggle, but the struggle can be, because there are always, as ma'am, I speak impromptu. Madam is always speaking in points. So I think you can learn that from her, that you should go in a sequential manner, and the things will be a cakewalk. Dr. Akshat.
Right. Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. I think the aura that, sir emits even virtually to all the listeners is something which, really inspires everyone. So students, if you might be wondering, today we have introduced you with Dream Team NExT edition for Prof 1. Similar sessions will also follow for Prof 3, Prof 2, etc. And in all, the Dream Team will make sure that you are NExT ready. We are always NExT ready, and whatever problems will be there, we will face it together. So now let's talk about a very important component that is by far the most important component, that is question bank. Because until and unless whatever exam will be there, if you don't practice the questions, that would be a replica of the exam, you won't be able to crack it. So we would like to know more about from the faculty that how is the Q bank, which is the new Q bank NExT edition, different from the 4th edition of the Q bank, which was earlier there.
Yeah. So Q bank is one of the treasures of Prepladder. And when compared to 4.2, what is different now? There are so many differences. So I would like to say that when Dr. Shivani, the head of content operations, showed us a glimpse of what is new about Prepladder Q bank, the next edition, I was and I am thrilled. Primarily because 70% of those questions are clinical case based, exactly like what is expected in NExT. And all those MCQs, for every MCQ, if you look at the key and explanation, in explanation, they have not only explained what is right, even the wrong choices have been explained comprehensively. So if you just go through all the questions in every topic, you will be 100% confident to meet any clinical case-based MCQ. And it's designed in a comprehensive manner, covering every aspect or every domain of every topic. So that's what I would like to say about the Q Bank. And I myself have used many MCQs, many questions from the Q Bank for all my sessions. So you'll be 100% benefited if you use that treasure. That's truly a treasure.
Right. Definitely, ma'am. I think the QBank and all the clinical, points would really help. Also, sir, if you would like to add on something related to, say, anatomy question bank, that how, we are modifying the image-based questions compiled with the clinical scenarios, so that all in all, if you study orthopedics, if you study surgery, you will still remember the basic foundation of anatomy.
That's correct, Dr. Akshat. What I find is the exam system as such has evolved from this crude learning, rote learning methods, and evolving into something which is clinical based, showing some of the cadaveric images, some of the H&E stain slides, and showing the pictures of the patients, like anomalies, say, for example, congenital anomalies, anterior abdominal wall defects, omphalocele, Meckel's diverticulum. I will struggle actually to get those images as such. I used to wonder, like, where are they getting all those images? Because they are very rare cases. And sometimes there are questions which are very rare in clinical practice, though it is not a scenario all the time. 80% of the time, they ask you only common things. So I had to struggle, bring about all those images, the cadaveric images, the radiology images, and the transverse sections and all that. So Prepladder has been quite innovative in the sense that they continuously evolve and they continuously adapt. And as you are suggesting, they have now moved on to this clinical based scenario immediately, like they have switched over. Rote learning method is one way which anatomy is taken care of, but that is not the way anatomy should be taught. It should be interesting only when it becomes associated with clinics. So that is the kind of questions now we are getting, and it is not a simple anatomy question. See, as you're suggesting, it will be an orthopedics question. But take it from me, the question was prepared not only by the orthopedician. I can sense that, I can smell that. There was one anatomist sitting beside him, and he was, integrating something in between, which even the orthopedician would think, oh, sir, today I learned something new in anatomy. So the thing is, it is interdisciplinary in nature, and that is how it should be. Even teaching in our country now, it has become like that. The orthopedician, the ophthalmologist, the ENT faculty, they sit in the class, in anatomy class, and they watch what kind of anatomy you are teaching. So that way, it's evolution, and it is for better of us. We will become better physician, we'll become better surgeons, orthopedician, ophthalmologist, or otorhinolaryngologist, right, or whatever your dream branch is, Dr. Akshat.
Right. Amazing, sir. So I think the main concept lies there itself, that as strong as your foundation, your roots are, then you can obviously become whatever you wish to be. So now, sir, we would like to also let our viewers know that we are offering you a 10 days free trial for the QBank NExT edition. So you have to just click in the link in the live chat or in the description. Link is available there. You can just go there, and once you register there, you will get a free 10-day trial for the QBank, and you yourself can notice the changes that have been made. So now, sir, we would like to, do something which is a bit fun also for the students. So we would like to have a rapid fire. We'll start with you, ma'am. So, that students can know the fun side also, as well as apart from teaching. So my first question would be that what is the thing that you love most about teaching?
Okay. It is about, as I told you when I started this session, it is my ability to spread my passion for biochemistry. So when I joined biochemistry, no one agreed to my idea of joining biochemistry. And even after I joined biochemistry, everyone is discouraging, speaking about the scope of this subject. So that is when I realized people have not understood how clinical and how relatable biochemistry can be. And that's primarily why I chose teaching, to be able to spread my passion for biochemistry, and I've been able to do it.
Great. That's really amazing, ma'am. Another thing that, I think this is more in line with that, what you said. So we would like to ask sir about this, that the thing you hate the most about teaching.
If you ask me what I hate about teaching anatomy is when it comes to crude facts. Means I have to just present the crude facts. Like I'll take one example, and students will very well relate with that. Neural columns, GSA, GVE, SVE. So those things, they don't make any sense at all to the students, to the faculty, and I don't know how it is relatable to the clinical scenario, but things which do not carry much of clinical implication and is totally rote-based. And of course, it is logical. You can't say it is not logical, but then I have to really struggle to drive that logic into students, and eventually student will definitely enjoy it because that is the way I am. But I hate something which is totally out of context and takes a lot of, in physics, there used to be a term efficiency, output versus input. You are putting so much of efforts and output is almost zero. So that thing I hate actually in teaching. Teaching should be fun actually.
Right. So I think we will get more these opportunities once NExT comes into picture, that, more of clinical, so that this rote learning part gets eradicated completely. Ma'am, one thing you will like to change if you, get that superpower to go back in time, do time travel and, change something?
So if you're asking what would I like to change, what I feel is only experiences make a person. So what I am now is based on what I've experienced so far. So I would not like to change anything in my life. I'm not claiming to be the most luckiest person to have not faced any of the disappointments. I have had my own share of disappointments, failures, regrets. Yes, I've gone through all of that in my life, but that is what has shaped myself. So I would not want to change anything. And if you're asking me about a superpower that I want to get, that is to be able to clone myself. If I can do that, I will be very happy because I have so many passions. I'm not able to follow through all my passions just because I'm one person. If I can clone to multiple individuals of myself and come back home as one individual, I'll be very happy.
Right. I think that is the superpower which everyone would of us want, ki jahan ki bhi toxicity, jo bhi negativity, we can leave it there and, enjoy the family time and personal time separately. So that was a really nice answer, ma'am. Sir, as a, someone who is a medical aspirant right now, or someone say past your younger version, what would be the one piece of advice that you would like to give to them?
The younger version of myself?
Yes, sir.
Okay, that means again time travel, travel back into past.
Right.
Okay, so I don't want to be, a bit serious about everything in life. There should be a fun element, and which have been in my life. Maybe some students do know that I love singing, and I love singing and being recorded, like the video shoots as well. So I would have advised myself to be a little bit more, into that. Means along with my studies, along with the profession which I chose, which was, it was not in the beginning, like I always wanted to be a clinician, then I became an anatomist and all that. But I would have pursued that singing career as well, hand in hand, which somehow I miss now.
Right. So I think full on Zindagi Na Milegi Dobara vibes from this. So basically, dear students, if you are watching this, make sure you are not overburdened with your study pressure, because studies will always be there as a medical student, but it's time to, also enjoy what life has to offer you at particular right time. So ma'am, if you would like to share any rewarding teaching experience that you in entire journey, whenever you felt something like that.
Rewarding experience would be every time I come across a person who has taken biochemistry because of my teaching. That's the best reward I can ever ask for. So as I said, taking biochemistry is always looked down upon. What I would like to tell all students here is, it's not about the course which you take. It's not about the college which you enter into. It is all about the passion with which you approach the subject. It is all about how applied you can read that subject. If you do that, then sky is the limit. So when I hear a student saying, ma'am, I took MD biochemistry after I watched your session, or after I understood how relatable biochemistry can be from your sessions, that is the best reward I can ask for.
That's really amazing, ma'am, that what you have thought of while taking the subject, now you are fulfilling that dream as well. So I think this was all in all a great rapid fire round with you all. And dear students, in this session we have tried to cover everything, right from letting you know about the new dream team, as well as letting you know about the NExT, and also giving some messages that will work for you in the long run. So I think in a conclusive message that, sir, you would like to share for the viewers.
Yeah, Dr. Akshat, it's always a pleasure to be in service to the students. And as such, if we are talking about the Dream Team NExT, I understand on 9th of January, we are going to talk more about Prof 3 faculty members as such. And rest assured that whoever is in the team is on their toes, sweating their nights out, toiling very hard. Though we say that things are going to be easy, they are never easy. We never take things easy. We are always working hard day and night. So you rest assured. But the thing is, you should learn from us. You should also learn the same thing, the gist, and the passion. As ma'am has suggested, it's all about passion. If you're passionate about your life, about your people around you, about your students, about the society, about the profession you have chosen, I think it's all boils down to your passion.
Right. That's really amazing, sir. I think the message was very important, that whatever you do, be passionate about it. And if you are not passionate about it, take a minute, think about it, and then come back. Any conclusive words from your side, ma'am?
Yeah, Akshat. I would like to conclude the session by giving my views on both biochemistry and about Prepladder. So first, about biochemistry. So I would like to confirm the fact that, or I am a strong believer of the fact that learning biochemistry conceptually is essential for anybody to learn and comprehend any other clinical subject. Because biochemistry is not just about pathways and cycles. There are so many hidden treasures in the subject. So my teaching would be oriented to unveil all these hidden treasures so that you start relishing biochemistry and you start applying biochemistry for understanding clinical subjects. So all my sessions will be clinical biochemistry sessions. And so my assurance to you is, if you watch all our Prepladder video lectures, it's not just about me. The entire team has framed their sessions in such a way that every subject will be approached in a clinical manner, in a comprehensive manner. So our assurance to all the students here is, if you watch all our sessions, all our recorded sessions on the Prepladder platform, you will be able to face NExT exam with confidence, because that is how we have worked for it. Yeah. So with that assurance, I would like to end my talk.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you so much, sir. So dear learners, this was a great experience, in which we traveled the entire journey of the first prof with our legendary Dream Team faculties. So I think you must be very well, excited to know more about the Dream Team on board. So we will have another session on 9th of January. So I would request you all to, just stay tuned for that. You can also hit the bell icon so that you get the notification directly in your feeds. And now when we are building this team together, we would like to, to be on board with us and enjoy learning. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much, ma'am. It was a privilege to have with you as here.
Thank you, Akshat.
Take care.
Bye-bye, viewers. Take care. Stay safe. Stay healthy.
Prepladder at its core believes that being a doctor should be an amazing thing. And nobody should regret their choice to study medicine.
I want to introduce to you Prepladder QBank 2.0, QBank 3.0, MCQ Marathon 2021 Dream Pack.
I'm here principally because the NExT exam regulation guideline draft was released yesterday.
The notification for National Exit Test Regulations 2022 has come 2 days before the new year.
Do what is in your control, and in your control is your studies.
Prepladder at its core believes that being a doctor should be an amazing thing, and nobody should regret their choice to study medicine.
I want to introduce to you Prepladder QBank 2.0, QBank 3.0, MCQ Marathon 2021 Dream.